Thank you, Mr. President, for meeting with us. My name is Jaden. I'm from the Director of the Human Resources Department, as you know. Um, and we wanted to call this meeting with you today because we've been investigating the company a little bit and we found an issue that we would like to bring up with you, and maybe present some ideas to you on how we could combat that and make an even better workforce for us and for all of our employees. So I'm going to share my screen here with you really quick, and I would like to show you a presentation that we've created to go over this with you. So first things first, um, we just wanted to talk about our crucial problem that we're having here at Doohickeys, and that is our wage and hour laws. This is a critical problem that we're having here because one, we're requiring our employees to sign contracts that are agreeing that they won't receive overtime pay, as well as we're telling them to record their overtime on different weeks, which is a no-go. We can't have that. We are required as a company by law to pay their overtime. Violation of this, and we call it the Fair Labor Standards Act, it's illegal. So we can face a lot of potential backlash on that, potential legal risks, potential financial risks, and we run the risk of losing even more money than we already are. So the solutions that the HR department has come up with is number one, we got to cease our contracts. We need to stop requiring our employees to sign contracts that are waiving their right to their overtime pay. We simply can't have it. Practice is illegal, so we can't be doing it. And we definitely cannot have them recording different hours on different weeks to avoid us having to pay it. That's our purpose as a company. We pay employees to work. So we have to make sure that those contracts that they cease. Um, they're also hurting team morale and productivity. If you want our team to be better, we need to give them their overtime pay. Um, it might take a little bit of effort on our part and training, as well as a little bit more extra costs, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Our second solution that we've come up with as an HR department is we've got to find a way to have a detailed timekeeping system. Up front, this is going to be a little bit of a cost, whether we find an app that we can have our employees use, whether that be Ulta Pro or any other timekeeping app, Workday, you name it. Whether we have that or we involve a system that we can have in the office that allows employees to clock in and clock out. We need a better way to keep our time as a company. This way, it'll allow us to see how long our employees are working so that we can pay for that overtime, as well as we can track breaks, so we can subtract that. All in all, this will increase our morale as a company. It'll help our employees to feel wanted and to feel a part of our team, and ultimately allow us to be within the legal requirements for overtime. The third solution that we've come up with as a team is we have got to figure out a way, working with you as well as with us, to develop and implement a clear overtime policy and what we're going to do with that. So, a few ideas that we've come up with as a HR team is one, we need to figure out what makes you eligible for that overtime pay. All employees who are eligible should receive their overtime pay. We have to pay that. Doohickeys Inc., we need to familiarize ourselves with the legal guidelines for how we can classify that eligibility. We need to figure out and do our own research as upper management to figure out how we can find out the eligibility of that. And overtime rate. Legally, we have to have at least 1.5 times our employees' regular hourly rate, and we have to pay that if they are over 40 hours. No ifs, ands, or buts. We have to do that. It's going to be a little bit more of a cost, but we have to. It's a legal requirement. And we can't have any overtimes, no waivers of overtime. Employees cannot waive their right to overtime. We are going to be paying them that if they're working over 40 hours. This unfortunately might lead to cost cutting in other areas, including potential layoffs, but this has to happen in order for us to continue as a company. Our next solution is we're going to have audits. We're going to have annual audits beginning right now. Our first one is going to start now, and my team is going to go over um, everything. We're going to go over how the pay works, who's clocking in, who's clocking out, what policies are going on. We want to find out how our company is doing. We want to know if we're putting in the correct hours, if employees are getting paid what they're supposed to get paid. And this will be conducted internally by our company, by me and our HR department. We will continue to do this throughout every single year to make sure that we can eliminate everything that might occur from this issue. We want Doohickeys Unique Incorporated to be as successful as we can, and we believe that this is one way that we can do so. So we ask that you participate in this as well and are okay with this. This is going to be another expense. However, if we do these things, I know that our company will grow and it will be better. So we ask that you will get behind us on these solutions, and that we'll be able to work to find a better way to combat our critical problem of our wage and hours laws. And we ask that you will help us with that. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.